Yes! I finally have a chance to wear this now. Oh yeah. Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, Part 1. The Dark Knight Returns is a two-part animation film and adaptation of the 1986 comic book story arc The Dark Knight Returns, and a sequel to the 2011 animation film Batman Year One. It is directed by Jay Oliva and has the voice talents of Peter Weller, Ariel Winter, and David Selby. And the story here is that Batman has not been seen or heard of in 10 years. And in his absence, a new breed of villain has risen, the mutants, and yeah, they just like to mess shit up. And they've got this leader, this big Bane type guy who he looks menacing, and you know that if he had the chance he would break Batman's back like that. And so we start off, Bruce Wayne is 55 years old. He hasn't been Batman for, a long time, and so he is kind of beholden to doing it again once he reads and hears about all these horrific news stories related to mutants. And Commissioner Gordon is retiring, and he wants nothing more than to just get these guys gone, under lock and key. He just wants the mutants gone. We got a couple little side stories here. You've got Harvey Dent, who somehow, miraculously, due to plastic surgery, his face, the other side of his face, is now back to normal, so he has two regular, he has a regular face. You'd think he'd be happy, but not so much. And 3 times during the whole film, we see really brief glimpses of the Joker, who is catatonic. He's in this, mental institution, and in part 2, he's coming back. And we also get introduced to this female character who's young, she's college age, and she is very inspired by the Batman, and she wants to help him, and so she becomes Robin. She, I guess, makes her own costume and goes out to where he's fighting crime one night, and basically they end up working together. And so you got all this stuff going on, and with part 2, I know that more shit's gonna go down, but part 1, just all about the mutants and Commissioner Gordon and whatnot. And I gotta say, while I didn't love it, so freaking good. There are a number of great moments in this movie, one of which is when Batman is in this building, and he's trying to climb up this wire that he, shot up, and he's climbing, and because he's so old, he's struggling, and then he's halfway up, and the guys see him, and they start shooting him, and so he just bolts. And they even got a few moments in here, kind of like in Iron Man, where he punches through the wall, and just grabs the guy and just pulls him back. Pure awesomeness. And there are certain moments where the lighting and the sound effects play off one another so well that you just, nerdgasm. But without question, my favorite part of this movie, and it's such a beautiful moment. It's this moment where he's saving this young boy from the mutants. He comes in, takes them all out, and then he picks the child up, right? He picks the child up, and he brings him up to his chest, and the kid turns his head, sees the bat symbol on the chest, and closes his eyes, and just rests his head against the symbol like a pillow. That moment, oh my god, it made me smile. It was like, yes, that's who Batman is. That's who he is. Thank you for putting that in there. But okay, I need to calm down. The nerd inside of me is going nuts right now. But all the good aside, this film I did think had some problems. One of which is the fact that there are a lot of oblique angles. It probably should not bug me as much as it does, but I feel like whenever I see one of those angles, I'm just focused on the fact that it is one of those angles, and I'm not as focused on what's happening in the frame. I have a few, like when Batman first appears, and after that, just, use straight angles, because we don't need that many oblique angles. Just give us straight angles, okay? This angle tells your story just fine. Another issue this film had was there are a few moments where I was just like, really? Are you that stupid? There are only a couple of those moments, but it really bugged me, and I feel like the script itself could have used a little more work. Not a ton of work, but just a little, tweaking. And I think that Harvey Dent could have had a little more screen time. I think that he had a decent amount of screen time, but, a little more would have been better. But overall, I gotta say that I really enjoyed this animated film. I cannot wait for part 2. I think that comes out in late January, so as soon as I have the ability to, I will review it, and yeah, see this movie ASAP. Netflix it now. Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, Part 1 gets 4 out of 5 stars. I feel like wearing this to bed. I don't know, what do you think? I just feel incredibly safe wearing it, This right here wards off enemies. Ghosts come in my room, they see this, they bolt. Thanks for watching, guys.